Rapid fire take since this app is probably going away tomorrow. Okay. First of all, however poorly you think of the Clinton, Biden, Harris run, historians in the future will think of them as so much worse. I cannot even begin to tell you the extent of damage that the Democratic Party's approach to presidential elections has enabled for the next few decades at least. And given that it is such a critical time in not only the nation, but also the world right now, it is no exaggeration at all to say it is literally apocalyptically bad. Also, there's a while on here, a couple of years ago, honestly, that I was really big into how to build community. And along those veins, I think we as the left, whatever that means, need to be able to strike a balanced understanding between, yes, comfort is one of the pillars of white supremacy and we should understand that, but also y'all can be really fucking mean to people who you could give a little bit of grace to under the guise of progressive politics and holding people accountable. And you don't have to do that. A lot of you can be very puritanical for kind of no reason, and it isn't better if you're doing it for a good cause. Speaking of puritanical, the left in recent years has softened a lot on religion. We might have gone a bit too far. A lot of modern day prominent atheists have a lot of bad takes, especially Islamophobia, but fundamentally there's no real reason to not criticize religion. It's just an idea, and ideas can be critiqued. I'm so tired of gender wars. Please, everyone, unlearn bioessentialism right now as if your life depended on it. Also, it's a bit taboo to bring up in leftist circles, but historically, most revolutionaries have been either upper middle class or straight up upper class members of society. The point of so many oppressive systems, especially late stage neoliberal capitalism, is to establish hegemony over your mind and your way of thinking, and that is nowhere more prevalent than in the lower class. Capitalism quite literally robs people of their ability to imagine a different world, and it is only when you have the luxuries of like leisure time and being able to read things like theory of the upper and upper middle class life that you are able to embrace things like revolution. That is to say, dismissing class traitors for the proletariat by saying, oh, they're just a rich kid, which people do nowadays, is not at all what we want to be doing, because just speaking from a historical perspective, those are the people who will be leading the charge. Hunger Games lied to you. The random kids from the most forgotten parts of our country are not the ones who are going to magically manifest their full potential, because it is precisely that situation that keeps them from manifesting that situation, which is the whole point of having a revolution in the first place. Even when TikTok goes down, we have to keep finding ways to support independent journalism and hold mainstream media accountable, because the media in a democracy is supposed to hold powerful figures accountable. But all the corporate media is in bed with those same powerful figures, which is an absolute recipe for disaster. Also, a lot of you will very loudly and very vividly fantasize about very violent things and couch it in that they should happen to bad people. I think you are more interested in violence than you are any sort of real justice, accountability, or betterment of society. And I think that's bad, because I think human rights are good and there should be a baseline amount of respect for the sanctity of life that we afford to everyone, regardless of their moral character. Everybody needs to stop identifying with, being parasocial with corporations on social media, politicians, and celebrities. It has never been cute. Lastly, you better hope accelerationism is real, because otherwise we are fucking cooked. It's over.